Gerhardt's coming to do some solid spreading. He's I can't say he's got no cow work to do. That would be a complete lie. But he said he got his majority of the stuff done, and he wanted to do some spreading, and we got plenty of that to do. Get this AC going. Marcus had the heater going. Let's see. Stand just got emptied. And this feels pretty dang dry, so we're trailer. Unless Stan just had something break. Stan's loading up now. I guess nothing was wrong. And Ferdy is up in Canada right now. He's bringing a piston to a big piston shop up there for the excavator. And then once he's back, he'll run the trailer. Christoph's rolling out. I guess I didn't share, but on Sunday we were just doing random work. We ended up putting some quarter fenders on Ferdy's truck. And then I ended up putting, well, there's Alex, she's back. And then I ended up putting her half fenders back on her truck. Last fall, she was coming out of a kind of a curvy driveway, and it tank twisted a little. When she came up on the road, truck straightened out, and the tank fender caught her quarter or her half fender and ripped it off. We left it off because it was all twisted to crap. So spent some time yesterday and straightened that up, but it doesn't look too bad, and it'll stop a lot of the mud from flying again, because these dirt roads, it throws a lot of mud on the truck. So we fixed those, and then we also put some front fenders on two of the trucks. Well, on the hoods, on the back, I guess closest to the cab, so they don't throw mud on the cabs anymore by the driver and passenger door. A couple of the trucks were missing. Got that fixed up. Just little jobs like that that take more time than you think they should. So, get this done. We got Harold's right over there, so as soon as we get a little bit spread, either Stan or me will hop in it. You can see this is a little bit stony, so you gotta be slow with the discs not to smash them. We got Philip just rolled in, and since Alex kind of just started filling Stan, I'll just take Philip's load. Plus, if Philip takes or fills Stan's tank, which is only 4,080 gallons, Philip still goes back with almost 400 to 500 gallons. So we'll just keep stuff rolling. Philip's gonna pass Alex. Christoph wants to back up. Garrett was found a little bit of a soft spot. You might want to put in the differential lock. I spun this thing around. That way he's pulling forwards. That's a heavy spreader. They're gonna get him out of this soft spot, right? You can see where the ground color changes. He'll have no problems up there. The R definitely wouldn't have got stuck there because it's a much heavier tractor. So that's another reason it'll probably get put on. But it is the nicer tractor overall to drive. Other than, I will give the R's, I do like the cabs. Well, we're gonna do some drone flying here. So we're on Mineral Brook Road. You can see that we've done a good chunk of this field already. I better slow this settings down. This whole backside's all done, and they did that the other day. Where it's kind of darker right here on the left, that was just done today, and we'll probably get to spreading some of this grass here. We left this section right here because we need a spot for the trucks to turn around. And where's Gerhard? He's loading the solid manure right there. And we'll skedaddle over here. Oh, you can see him right over there. So he's just hauling it over, taking the road. If you look right here, he drives down a couple hundred feet in that driveway by that old barn. Takes that. He must be empty right now. We did go around the borders of the field with the harrows, and that way when we come to spreading over here, it's all good. So Pierre, which you guys have seen on camera a lot of times in the videos, he was like, you should get the drone up in the air. He's like, we're right across the woods. So that's what we're doing. So they're actually drag lining over here somewheres. I missed it. Where are they pumping from? I'd be lying if I knew where they are. Oh, there's Dylan. So Pierre's running the hose humper, and Dylan's right over here. So I figured I'd shoot in, and they're drag lining for the neighbor farm. And I don't know, figured I'd get a little bit of footage of more than just our operation, because there's plenty of farmers in the area. And it's kind of nice to just show more than just ourselves. So they're running a Fendt 1050. Can't go much lower, I'm losing connection. So that's a Fendt 1050, duals all the way around, and yeah, that's about all I got for you. So they're drag lining, as you can see. Maybe I'll open up my door on my tractor, because I'm 3,730 feet away from my takeoff. So yeah, if I go any lower, I lose control. So sorry, but that's all you're gonna get from me on this. And then Pierre he's over by the pit, which is right over there, that's getting filled. It's getting filled by tractor trailers, and he's running the hose humper tractor also. He's probably watching the manure pump.
Battery level is low. Aircraft will return to the home point.
You will not return. I'm not done. So yeah, they've been hammering out a lot. Draglining is very fast, but I wanted to get the drone up when they were much closer to us, when they were all the way over there, but we had so much going on, I just didn't.
Max altitude reached.
I'm at 400 feet right now, but I wasn't able to get back to my house to grab the drone because I didn't know they were going to be here, and Pierre wrote me, he was like, you should bring it over. So by the time I got there and stuff. So this field right here is ours. this cornfield. I guess I've never really shown too much of this field over here, just because we just got them last year. That one, and then right over here. I think I recorded some last year, but that's the operation that's going on today. If I zoom up like this, you can see there's a lot of different farm grounds in the background. And then if I'm pointing in the right direction, way up there, it's Canada. I think I'm pointing the right way, yeah. And that way in the mountains, yeah, that's Canada. Basically anywhere's near us north is Canada. We're right near the border. I'm sitting in the triaxle right now, manure tank. Alex just rolled in. I only got 15% battery, so I don't dare to go too far anymore. I didn't charge up my drone the other day, so I was only at 43% battery starting this operation. But I did bring my spare, which is also probably at 40% battery. I think the tank came out pretty nice. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna back up to Alex. I don't want my drone to crash on me though, because I'm not there watching it. Alrighty, she's trying to land on me, so I better go. Well, you just saw some drone footage. I'm just putting my my stuff away. Alex just finished emptying her half of the tank into me. We'll put this away real quick. Christoph's gonna hop in the Harrells right now. Normally I would, but I've been messing around with the drone, which actually really hasn't slowed up any productivity. On the spreading department, it's just the disking department it has. The trucks kind of got bunched together just now because of lunch. Kind of everyone stopped for 5 minutes, and this happens. No big deal. It'll naturally separate all the trucks again. So this field I ripped last fall from here to the fence line, or very close to the fence line. So this section I did pull out probably like 5 good sized stones. They've already plucked a good amount of them, but we got a couple more to do with the bucket tractor. I got one that's not even that big, but one right there, one down there. Just scoop it up, get it out of here, and that's what's going on. But we ripped some. People are like, oh, you're driving on what you ripped. Well, I still got to get the manure on, so can't have everything perfect, but that is what's going on. Try to get the end of this field now spread so Christoph can just do some nice straight rows. I do wish I could have got that the drone up like an hour ago or two. Would have been even cooler footage. I probably could have got it much lower and then got up close to the dragline tractor. Going right to town here. Got Marcus, he's doing some disking. He just got out of school. He's giving the old thumbs up. He's all excited. he's just going slow. They don't take much. Just enough to get the ground worked up so the manure is worked under. We don't have any injectors, so that's the best we can do right now. And you could do chisel plows, but we wouldn't be able to pull them all the way down like we would like to for spring work, because we'd be spinning because the tractors just wouldn't have the traction. And then you could work it shallow, but you're covering only like 12 feet, 13 feet at a time, so that's 24 foot in one pass, and it's going shallow also. So it's what we got, it's what works. Not great with stones. He just lifted over one right there, but it's at least pretty fast. Because like you saw earlier, sometimes we don't have someone to drive it, so when you do have a little bit of time between loads, you can hop in it and you can catch up real quick. So that's what's also really nice about having the wider discs. And we can't run the Pro Till because of the lack of traction issue also. If we had like an articulator or something that's just really good traction to weight, yeah, we could run that instead and have no problem with stones and work it in. But that pulls a hell of a lot easier. I could pull that with the 1086 when we're doing planting. The Pro Till, it doesn't get pulled really by anything but this 8670, and we have pulled it with my tractor a little bit. But yeah, not too many options for that Pro Till to get pulled. Alex just got done unloading her second part of her load. Ferdy's rolling in. He almost missed the hole. There, you can see our little quarter fender that I put on. Alex said it, and then that front one right there, you can see how the door got mud on it from last week. So we put a little fender on the front again. Must have got ripped off at some point. That's helping. And the half fenders. We're pumping. Look at that. Freddy's gonna fall asleep and he's gonna overfill this tank. Again. He woke back up, so he won't overfill it this time. He's gonna watch this video and be like, that's what he was talking about. Solid manure here is done. So Garrett ended up leaving to go do cab chores. Still got plenty of solid manure to spread in other places though. We're out here spreading, and we're actually in the field that you saw Gerhard in with the box spreader when I had the drone up in the air. Then I went over there and flew all the way over there like 4,000 feet to kind of get a glimpse of them doing some drag lining for you guys. And then right behind me, you can see Marcus. He is right on it. It's kind of a hilly field, and he is doing my spreader pass instantly. So he's actually on the bottom end of it, just so there's zero running. Can't really see him, but he's on the bottom, and then he'll go back and close in what's left. But if he did the top part and then waited for the next load, there could be a little bit of running, and that way it's just exactly where I place the manure, and it gets worked in instantly. So he's a little too wide for the way back, but that's okay. I wasn't very full. If I'm a full load, I actually make it all the way. And then the straight jobs can actually make that entrance, and they're loading Stanley in the field. And we just put that 200 on this morning, and I forgot we put a new back tire on yesterday because we had it here now for 2 years, and because when the right side blew, it just blew from weather cracking, so we got a second one coming, And then we were waiting until that left side would blow because it was weather cracked all last year and this year. And then we're like, it looked so bad that we thought it was gonna blow due to the manure tank weight. And it pulls a lot better now with 2 good back tires. But the one thing we forgot to do was make sure the damn AC works in that thing. So now I feel bad for staying all day because that thing is a hot cab. Anyone that's drove in those MXs, it's about one of the worst kind of style cabs to not have AC because you can't open it up unless you have the door open because the back window goes open a foot. Even this 86, horrible if you have no AC because it's like exactly like the MX design. So he's gonna bring that home tonight and I'll get that fixed up for the morning. Probably just gotta charge it, I'm guessing. But the tankers, they're not making this corner very easily. I think Alex could with the short tanker, but it's so heavy and there's no need if I can just run over here real quick. But the straight jobs can go over there. And then Marcus is, earlier when he was waiting on us, he had that John Deere, he was picking up some stones that were straggling around, the smaller ones too. And then we left this section so far not spread, this kind of triangle thing, just so the trucks and trailers could still pull in, unload, and loop around and not have to back off the road like last year, because that did suck if you don't have to. Got Marcus here. He was just barely disking back because he was closing up the load he was doing for Stan. So he's a little bit behind on this load, but working in good. It's quite steep right here, so we're gonna get this section of the field done and then we'll finish this up right here at the end. Well, I'm doing the last load for the night. Kyle just filled me up, and I guess I finished taking Alex's, and then Kyle also put his in here. So basically we got the front little section of this field left. Marcus is right on it with the disc, because it is quite steep here. Camera never shows it. It is the steepest corn field hill that we got. But you just work around it. Stan actually took his tractor home. I'm gonna leave these two here because I gotta fix his AC, like I said, so that shouldn't take me very long tomorrow morning. But you can see Marcus doing a little bit of slip and sliding right there, but he's just because he's on manure. If it's dry, it's perfectly going. Stan did one pass around earlier, and if I would have 2 more loads, I'd probably finish this field. I want to say 2, maybe 3. It's hard telling. But I do want to just end the video there, and I'll say thanks for watching. Until the next one.